What's up, Pisces? Welcome to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How y'all doing today? So guys, I'm getting ready to do your February 2020 wealth reading, and I will be using my good tarot deck, which is green, and I also got a brand new hoodie, which is green, so we could get the energy of money going, and I hope it's green because I'm colorblind, you guys, so it could be blue. Let me know in the comments. So anyways, what I have here is a new finance reading, and it has 3 questions, and I'll put them down in the description box below so you guys can check them out, and I'll pull 2 cards per question. So let me just shuffle the deck here a little bit longer. Okay, so I feel like that's good. So the first card we're going to look at is going to be your financial challenge. So I'm actually going to pull the 2 cards here right now. So we have the Page of Water and the Messenger of Air. So it's kind of interesting here, guys. Your financial challenge is you may or may not be listening to advice that you're getting from other people. You know, the Messenger of Air, it can really speak of what I'm seeing here is, and I don't mean any insult at all, is sort of total oblivion to other people's advice. And then there are messages coming in here, and they could be a little bit emotional. Why you're maybe not absorbing them. And it could be from people that, you know, I've seen in your past readings that people are sort of having a dictatorial effect over your life. So it could be these same people that are coming in and saying, well, this is how you should spend your money and this is where you should save your money. But because there's a bit of a past of people meddling in your affairs, you don't want to hear it. So you might have your eyes and ears closed to them. But I really think that somebody, even though if they could be annoying and you may not care for them very much, I think they've got some really good financial advice for you. So your financial challenge, it looks like, is actually listening to somebody who may just have all kinds of verbose opinions over what you should be doing, and you may not want to hear them. And it could be very challenging listening to their advice, but they could probably have some really good advice. And I think for some of you, you could be receiving a stock tip from somebody that you just don't like them at all, and you might want to sort of exclude their information because of a history. But I think that would be and I'm really sorry, but the spirit sort of pushed the word stupid to me. So like there's that phrase, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. So really, like, do your own homework. If somebody's giving you advice, you don't have to listen to them. You can do your own research, go on the internet and look things up, you know, especially if somebody's giving you a stock tip. But be careful with stuff like that too. So let's see your financial strengths. So we have the Ace of Fire. So there's ideas coming in here for you guys, you know, and that could be the outside influence that I was talking about with those other previous cards. And then we've got the King of Air. So this is a really interesting combination. So the King of Air, he really wants you to leave emotion out of it. Money can be such an emotional subject, especially when it's involving your family. I think it's in the top 3 reasons that people get divorced. So really, like, you have to have a cold hard analysis of money, especially if you're in a relationship and you guys are bickering about finances and who's spending too much and all of that stuff. So we've got the King of Air. He wants to come in and say, listen, this is about business. Money is here to be fun and engaging and you know, support you, and you're supposed to enjoy money, not hate money and be mad at money, you know, and be mad at the people around money. And you're getting ideas that are coming in here, and you can see the Ace of Fire, and it could feel really explosive here. So I'm seeing that your financial strengths and your financial challenges are opposite sides of the same coin. And it could feel like you're like an earth scorching sort of scorn coming in from somebody where they think that you are not in the right place financially for yourself. But again, as I've seen in many of your general readings, you have to disregard this person, and they could have some actually really, really good advice for you, especially when it comes to your money. So I'm just going to give you guys an example of being able to take advice from somebody that you really just don't care for their demeanor or whatever. So my son used to play football, and I would go to all of his games, and his coach sometimes would just get like right here, like, and just screaming at him, and my son would just stand there, and he's the calmest person in the world anyway. But I remember after one game saying, like, doesn't that upset you? And he said, I'm just listening to the news, not the weather. So I think that's really good advice, you guys. Listen to the news and just ignore everything else. Like, really select out the information that applies to you in your situation. And this can be really, really difficult in some situations, especially if you're already pretty hot about this person, where you think, like, get out of my life, like, who are you anyway? You could be a little bit too close, but the ideas are coming in. They're probably coming in with a little bit of heat, but this is where you use the cold, strong, and I'm getting the word fire here. So there is a lot of fire going on here, but, you know, King of Air, he looks at the facts. So you got to look at the facts, Jack. So let's see, where will I find my abundance? So you guys, I pulled the love card here for you. So this is such a good reminder that abundance is the vibration of love, and love is at the top of the rainbow of all the feelings and vibrations. So finding love, I have a friend that he's fairly enlightened, right? So when I'm like moaning about things, he's like, oh, hun, just send them love. I'm like, you send them love. Like, I don't want to. So just remembering that, you know, and if somebody's meddling in your life with all this advice, there's probably some basis in love. So try to look at that. And again, this really ties into looking at the news and not the weather. Look at what is there out of love and use that energy to move forward, because it's when you find that energy of love that the universe responds to you with that higher reciprocation of abundance. So I'm going to pull one more card here for you. And you guys, it's the call card. So some of you could be being asked to follow certain messages, and some of you could have a higher calling. And once you separate yourself from all this drama that's been going on, and I've seen it for like a year, you know, you should be able to settle yourself down a little bit and just separate yourself from, and I do see that as like sort of a hierarchy in your family. For some reason, it could be like your parents or aunts and uncles, and for some of you it could be your grandparents. I'm seeing levels of family involved, and it's overwhelming. So you're going to have to stress to yourself, to your extended family, that you're being guided and called upon to take certain steps, and you're going to follow them, and that you would like everybody to support you in a loving way, instead of coming in like guns blazing and making you feel like crap. So there's a real call here to find the love that's coming from other people, and also reciprocate that back with love, and tell people, you know, I'm here to sort of live my own life, and I'd like you guys to support me because I'm being guided. And if you guys are from spiritual or religious families, this could really go a long way to having people support you a little bit. Just say, listen, I'm responding to messages from my angels, you know, and here's your messages coming in. You know, I'm getting messages from God or the source or universe or whatever it is that you and your family believe in. If you start saying things like that, well, I'm being called to follow this path, you guys, and I really need your love and support. That could really change the dynamic of the whole situation. And then I see money like flowing into you guys at a pretty rapid rate. So anyway, guys, yeah, that was a lot of information. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'll see you guys back here another time. Bye.